When you're ready to turn the video system on, you will drop the screens and then you will hook up your laptop here on the podium. We have an HDMI cable here that can plug into your laptop, and once it's on, you want to do two things. You have two remotes. There's a big one for the TV and a smaller one for the projectors. So let's turn on the TV here. The upper right, there's a power button. If you watch in the bottom left of the screen, when I hit power, you see a little white light there that comes on, and it should power up and you should see the picture that is on the laptop. And there it is. The next thing I want to do is lower the screens. So I'm going to come over here. There's an up and down button. I'm going to press down. And so my screen is going to come down automatically. Now I'm going to walk to the projector. And normally there's going to be a blue light here blinking. All that tells us is that there is power on, that it has power. Doesn't mean the projector's on, it just means that it has power. I'm going to take this remote. On the upper right is a power button. I'm just going to point it up there and press power. The projector takes just a second to warm up, but you should shortly see the image come up on the screen. Now our projection is on. So I'm going to come over here. This screen is already down. So I'm going to come do the same thing. I'm going to take my remote. I'm going to point it right up there, hit the power button once, and wait for just a second, and we should begin to see the same image. So you can see the logo that's coming on. So the projector's powering up, the bulb's coming on, and it's getting gradually brighter. And there's our image. You'll notice again, it takes a little bit for it to warm up, it gets brighter, and the colors get more vivid once it's on for just a second. So now we've got video on both screens and also up on the TV. Everything's showing the same thing, so everyone can see what's being projected. When you're ready to turn the projectors off, it's the same process. You just hit the power button and you'll see a message at the top that says powering off, press the power key to cancel. So I didn't press the power key, so it went ahead and powered off. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to point at this one. I'm going to press the power button and it says it's powering off, and you'll see it go blank. At that point I can raise the screens if I want to put them up, but the video system would be off with the exception of the TV. And I could come up here to the television, grab the TV remote, that's the bigger of the two remotes, upper right, and off. And now the system's off. I want to show you how the system automatically switches sources. So here's the laptop. It's displaying up there on the TV. Let's unplug the laptop from here. And I'm going to take it. We'll go back here to the desk. And I'm going to grab the cable that is here at the desk. And I'm going to plug it in the back. So I turn it on. It automatically switched, and now I can display the signal from back here. I wanted to make some video notes so you can understand better how the video system works. We have a laptop that's up on the podium. It connects with an HDMI cable. It runs down to a little black box that's right down there. That needs to be plugged into the outlet that's there. It requires power and it should not be unplugged. So keep that plugged in. It's going to transmit that video signal all the way back here behind this rack where you see these little boxes. You can see this device here. It's the receiver for the transmitter that's over there underneath the pulpit. So it comes in here, and you'll see that it says pulpit, and this little cable, it converts it back to HDMI, and if we look where it's going into this thing labeled an auto switch. So we have two things plugged into the auto switch. One is the signal from the pulpit. The other one is just a cable that's here locally that you'll be able to plug a laptop or computer in right over here at the little desk if you need to. Now, this switcher looks at both of these signals, and when it sees a signal, it switches to that cable automatically. So if you were to remove the laptop here by the desk, it would switch automatically. If you put it up at the pulpit, it will see that signal and switch automatically. If you were ever to have two things hooked up simultaneously, which I don't believe is the plan, but if you did have two things, you would have to tell it which one you want manually. This is a select switch that lets you select between one and the other. So I don't think that will be relevant to you. I think you're going to plug in one at a time and it will switch for you automatically. So once this switch picks which device it's going to display, it comes out of here and then it connects to this thing that's labeled splitter. So this splitter just takes one signal and converts it to two signals. So from here we're going to both of our projectors. The first one, there's an actual HDMI cable, and it says right TV and projector. It's actually running all the way up there. Above the ledge there's another splitter, just like the one that we're looking at here, that actually splits the signal again, sends it to the TV and to the projector simultaneously. The other path, the second output from the splitter, runs over here. It goes into this box that says to left projector. So we come in with our HDMI signal. This goes out Cat5, and it runs all the way over there above the ledge where there is a receiver that converts it back to HDMI and plugs into the projector. So you have two sources, the pulpit and then a local cable. It goes in here, this chooses which one automatically. Goes into a splitter, it splits two different places. One goes to the projector, the other one goes directly to the TV where there's a splitter above the ledge, and also sends it to the projector over there. If you ever had a problem in this area, some things to look at would be, do I have power on this power strip? I should have two green lights there. This should not be turned off ever. So this stays on, I should have two green lights. If it got unplugged from the wall, if somebody flipped that switch, then we could have a potential issue. The next thing is, are all three of these devices plugged in? If somebody unplugged one of these, then we'd have an issue. How do I know if they're plugged in? Well, I should see some lights. You've seen these lights on this switch. There's a red light on the splitter. If I look over here on the pulpit, I should have two lights. If I look down here, I should also have two lights. Now, these lights say power and status. I should always have a power light, and if I have a good connection, then I should also have a red status light. So you should be seeing two lights there. The main thing is to make sure that no one messes with this or unplugs it. But I wanted you to have a video reference here of how it's hooked up, how everything should look, and if it ever got unplugged, if you put it back in this manner, you have the labels there, and it should be easy to put back together.